So what's up guys and welcome to another video. This is a pre-recorded intro because for some reason OBS decided just not to include my intro in the video, so that's really sad. But in today's video we are gonna be ranking solo Bedwars maps. So yeah, it's something special, it's something new on the channel, it's something I've done before. So it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. So, the first Okay, so our first map is the map Sandstorm. Sandstorm is a map that is a very, very big map. The middle is huge, and the islands are very far from each other. I'm pretty sure it's in either a 48 or a 64 rush to the neighbor. And even to get to the diamond gen, you can barely do that with 32 blocks. So for solo and rushing, it's also a duo map, but we're judging by solo right now. For solo and rushing, which is usually what you do in solo, it's not really the best map. So I think it's definitely one of, if not the worst solo map. I'm sitting here thinking if I should count it as the worst solo map, because in my opinion, I really don't like it. Remember guys, this is all my opinion. No, I think it'll get an E tier. So Sandstorm is at E because it is a way too big map for solo, and it's overall just very I don't want to call it cluttery, but like the middle is kind of a hill, and it's just overall a big map. It's slow to rush on. The games on there are so slow paced, you have no idea, and it's just not really your favorite map. So next we have the map Igloo. Igloo is a very, very good map. Middle is very compact. It is a very big middle, but when you come inside, the gens are very, very easy to access. Igloo is also a great map for rushing. There is very little space between the islands, and it's overall a very aggressive map. So, games on Igloo are usually pretty fast-paced, but there are also those kids who just spend the entire game at the middle, because the middle is so easy to access. No, not easy to access, but easy to be in. You know, it's just simply just run around in circles. So therefore, the end game is most of the time really long because of people who are just sitting there, eating from the emerald gens and being like hella stacked. So therefore, I think it fits into A tier. It doesn't quite fit into S tier because it is not the best map, but it's also not a bad map, and it's a really, really good map. So I think as A tier will be pretty good. So next map we have is Yin Yang. Yin Yang is honestly a horrible map. It is so big, it takes from the Diamond Island to get to the middle, it takes 64 blocks. To get to the Diamond Island, it takes 48. And to get to the neighbor, it's just hell. This map is so big, and games are so slow on this map. Definitely wouldn't recommend it. If you want to go all the way around to all the bases, it will take you 20 minutes. Definitely an S tier. Definitely one of the worst maps for solo. Okay, so I cannot find a picture for the next map. So we'll just make this a text. So here we have Morrowland. Morrowland is a very very big map. It is one of the largest maps. Middle is incredibly large, and it takes quite a while to rush to the different bases. Overall, it has very, very slow-paced gameplay, and the map is, I mean, it's a good map, but it's a pain to play on. Every island is so huge, and spawning islands are like, I mean, they're pretty close if you're next to each other, but when you go in diagonal, they're just, no, that is so far. The islands are also just like basically a pain to navigate. They're so cluttered with everything, blocks all over the place, and the emerald gens on middle are just so like splattered out all over the place. Definitely an F tier. Okay, I can't find a picture for this either, so we'll just go with text again. Next we have the map Festival. Festival is a very good map. It's a fast-paced map for sure, but it has both like the rushing gameplay the styles, but it also has the going mid gameplay styles. It's a very quick map. You can easily get to the neighbor island, and getting to the diamond island is not a problem either. The map overall is very flat and very clean. Middle is also very smart, and it's not too big, and you just gotta go around in a little circle to get the emeralds. I would definitely say that either festival is an A tier or an S tier. I am not quite sure. It is a fantastic map and very good, and many of the SWAT's favorite maps. Favorite map. A tier, S tier. I'm gonna put this at S tier. Bonsai is a very balanced map. It's good to play with all playstyles. Rushing to Diamond Island is very quick and easy. Same going to mid. It's only like 8 blocks from Diamond Island to mid, so that is insane. All islands are 30, like, I think they're all 32 block apart. So, I mean, it's pretty decent. But, middle is very easy to navigate, and Diamond Islands are very close. Overall, everything besides from the islands are very close to each other. And that makes it a very good map, because if you go to mid, you have access to get to every base very quickly, and that definitely puts it at an NS tier. It is just a fantastic map. It definitely is. Facility is a decent map. It's very hard to navigate middle, and they're pretty far between islands, but in some way it's also just kind of a nice map. Even though it's pretty big, games aren't that slow paced, and people often like to rush. Middle is very hard to navigate though, and it's a very big middle. But overall, it's a decent map. There's pretty far to Diamond Island, and it's pretty far from to each island. It's either 32 or 48 to each island. Some islands it might be, I'm pretty sure it's 64 to each island. Yeah, pretty sure it's 64 to each island. But it's easy to rush people, and well, it is kind of easy. I don't know why, because it's a big map, but it's also easy to rush, and people like to rush, and games aren't that fast paced. But then again, it's a very big map, and middle is extremely hard to navigate, so I think that puts it right in the middle at a C tier. No, sorry, I'm just gonna correct myself. Bonsai, it is not 8 blocks to middle, that is my bad. But it's still a very good map, and everything else I said is true, and it's just overall a very good map. So next up, we have the map Tourist. Tourist is kind of a map where either you hate it or you love it. As you can see here, it is literally like 5 blocks, like 10 blocks total from diamond to, like 5 blocks from diamond to here, and 5 blocks from here to middle. So it's very easy to navigate. Middle is super easy to navigate, and it's just in the square you gotta go. Very compact. Islands are extremely close to each other, under 32. I think it might even be a 16 rush. You can probably do it with 16 blocks from island to island, and it's just, as I said, it's either you hate it or you love it map, and I gotta say, I like it. I definitely like it. It is a very good map, and it deserves an A tier in my opinion. Time for Ethereal. Ethereal, the islands are very messy, and the whole map is very high detailed. The whole map is very easy to manage and navigate, but still it's a pretty big loop to get around mid. I feel like the islands are pretty far from each other, but usually you rush through middle or through the diamond islands anyway, so it's a good map, but it is definitely not the best map. But that makes it it's a really good map overall, but kind of like Facility. Right in the middle, it's not bad, but it's not the best either. So I'm gonna put it at the C rank. And guys, remember this. This is all my personal opinion. Others may have completely different opinions. Remember that, okay? If you have other opinions, tell me in the comments below. I'll be glad to hear. So for the next map, we have... Oh, here we go. We have Oceanic. Is there even anything to say? Let's put it at like a fucking C tier. C that doesn't even exist. No. You might know I do not like this map. It's a good map, very well made. Middle is it's a clutter to navigate, and it's kind of hard to manage where the emerald gens are. Diamond generator is a complete mess, and it's so hard to walk around. The islands are pretty messy too, but it's decent, and the rushes aren't that far. So you might be like, oh, that seems like a pretty decent map, but I just really don't like it that much. I feel like there's way too much happening at once. Diamond Islands, you can't get around them, and you gotta build like this whole tower around them. And when you're at middle, it's just almost impossible to find the emerald generators if you do not know the location of them in your mind. And just overall, a very cluttered map. And personally, I really don't like it. I don't think it is a good solo map, and therefore it comes down. It comes as an F tier. Oh shit! Here we go, huh? Tribal. Tribal is honestly a pretty decent map. Middle is easy to navigate. Middle is pretty small. Rushing from island to island is though a very far rush. I think it might be 48 or 64. Going to the diamond gen, you can barely make it with 32, and going to middle, you can easily make that with 32, and other than that, middle is pretty easy to navigate. Lots of holes in the middle, very easy to fall off, and lots of fences and slabs to make it hard to build. But, so that's pretty, I don't know. I don't like it that much. I feel like, again, same with the, with Oceanic, just different wise, there's too much going on. There are too many little slabs and fences all over the map, making it difficult to build. In some places you can't build, which ends up in a lot, putting you in a lot of confusion and often leading to your death. Therefore, I feel like that's like the only setback of Tribal. Overall, other than that, it's a good map, and it's... I don't know, there's just more downsides to it than there are upsides, but then again, it's not, like, horrible. So I think I'll put it at an E tier. Yeah, E tier seems pretty fair. Next map, we do not have a picture, so, we have Eternal. Eternal is a good map. All islands can 32 rush to middle, and middle is levitated up in a higher building, so you want to build up, but when you're up there, it's very easy. Middle is easy to navigate. Decently easy at least. Not the easiest, but it's pretty easy to navigate. It's a good rushing map, because it isn't that far from the islands, and there's overall rushing on that map feels natural and feels good. So definitely good in that part. Very good to rush on, very short rushes and easy diagonal rushes and all that stuff. The only I would say the only downside to Eternal is it's probably the middle, because you have to build up or go inside and take a ladder or go inside and run up a staircase to get to the emerald generators, and I feel like that sets it back a lot. And Eternal is also a map where the islands are overall pretty big, so it's there's a very big flat space, so that makes it easy for people to camp and such. But it also makes it easy to have fights there. But I think it fits pretty well into a B tier, in my opinion. I couldn't find a picture for this map either, but next map we have Steampunk. Steampunk, middle. let's talk about middle first. Middle is very cluttered and very very hard to navigate. There are a lot of things and obstacles, and you're running around all the time. You gotta build up again, or take these messy staircases all the way up. When you're up though, middle is very easy, but to navigate, and it's very simple up there. But it's also very easy to fall off, which I mean that's not a bad thing. Um, rushing to bases, so easy. There are these huge islands, and diamond islands are gigantic, super flat. Same with the islands, they're super flat. Very easy to rush. Very short rushes too. I think it's a 32 to every base. And if you rush through the diamond islands, you can get to multiple bases with 32. So it's a super good map for rushing, and overall, I think it fits right in with Eternal at a B tier. Next, we have the map Castle. Castle is a very well map. It's super good. It's islands. It is possible to rush it is possible to 32 rush on every island. It's a good map. Middle is easy to navigate, very easy to navigate, and it's super simple middle. It's also really flat for the most part. Islands are super well. They're pretty big, but they're decently sized, and it's pretty flat too. With the diamond islands the diamond islands are pretty small, but they are very good and flat, and also very easy to come to. You can easily get there with 32 blocks. I think Castle is an overall very good map, but I don't think it is the best map for solo, at least. I know a lot of people really like this map, and it's definitely a lot of people's favorite solo map, but I think that it fits more into the C category, because it's not bad, but it's not that good either. For duo, fantastic map, but for solo, not really the best, but still a very, very, very solid map. And here we have it, don't we? Orbit. You know what? I have to say, Orbit, there's nothing else to say than it is my all-time favorite map. Whew. All Bedwars players, almost all Bedwars players hate this map, though I love it. Orbit is a very, very good map. Some islands can get to middle with 32, some islands can get to middle with just 12 blocks. It's very insane, and it's a super, super good map. Middle is pretty easy to navigate. It's simple, and when you have reached to middle this borderline around here, you can get to every base in no time. Diamond Islands are easy to get to too, and overall perfect rush map, perfect going to middle map. It's just a perfect map overall. It gives you this ability to rush bases really, really quickly and super efficiently, but it also gives you this ability to go to mid very, very quickly, and through mid go to all the other bases extremely quickly and efficiently. There are no downsides to this map other than the 1,000 fucking holes, but that's a personal preference. All this is personal preference. In my opinion, the absolute perfect map, and it definitely deserves F tier. Oh, sorry, I swap. No, yeah, I did this right. Yeah, good. So, this is my tier list of all of the Bedwars maps, solo Bedwars maps. This is my opinion of how they should be ranked. And no, I said F tier. Orbit's definitely an S tier. Oh my god, I said F tier. Oh, I did not mean that. So this is my opinion on how they should be ranked. If your opinion is differently, sure thing. That's completely fair. Tell me your opinion down in the comments. And, yeah, this is a little different video than usually, but I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, I will see you all guys in the next video. Have a good day, and bye.